Guys, I'm outside and checking the plan for this weekend. I'm using a couple of Yosemite hikes as a gear test. Same pack, same weight, and also starting to do a little bit of a training plan, or at least try to do some elevation, because I'm checking the Grand Canyon map, and we will be having elevation loss of almost 5,000 and elevation gain of almost 6,000. This weekend we'll be doing 2,000. It's not going to be the same, but at least we started the training. But as far as the backpack, I'll know exactly how it feels before it gets real in the canyon. We'll be packing the same clothes, we'll be packing the same gear, and that will be giving me an idea if I need to remove things, add things, if I can still get some more weight. See how that goes. I'm going to show you now the plan or the maps, and that's like the biggest thing that I do at the beginning. Do some Google search, get my maps, get all my notes in different field notes so I can carry them when we get to the trails. I got one specifically for Yosemite, and also I got another one for the Grand Canyon. And I also bought a few years back this one, Yosemite and Mammoth Lakes. I used it for Mammoth when we were hiking there and backpacking, but now I see there is some of the amazing hikes that we have not done yet at Yosemite that we plan on doing. Let me just show you now next a little bit of the map so you can get an idea of what's going to be happening and see how the test goes. This is the map for the Grand Canyon. We start at the south, and it's about 7.5 miles to get to Phantom Ranch. The elevation gain shows us 4,800. And here's the hard part, the heat. Once we get to the bottom, going this way, you might get from 100 to 120. So I'm prepared for that, but just stay tuned for more information, if not on this YouTube, on the next one, and I'll tell you a little bit how I'm getting all that gear ready just for the heat. Then we're going to spend a night at the Phantom Ranch, and then we're going to go all the way up, and that will be 13.6 miles or so, and elevation gain about 6,000. This is my little book that I'm using, my field notes. I'm all about notes, and I do have very simple plan on the notebook here that I'm going to be carrying, and now I'm just taking notes on the things I'm missing, and so I can kind of put the information about the gear that we use and what works and what doesn't work. So this weekend we are doing a test with our bags, and we are packing it exactly how we want it, or how it's going to be at the Grand Canyon. We are going to do one hike that is 1,200 feet elevation gain. Another one is about 2,000 on the other side. I do have another plan as well, and I use this book, the Yosemite Mammoth Lakes Camping, Hiking, the Moon book. I love these books, just to read a little bit more about it and marking the ones that we are attempting to do, getting out at around 4 a.m. Showing you now the gear that I'm going to test this weekend, and hopefully I can take more than one lens, and it will be set up just like this. And I'm also going to carry this carry-on from Shimoda when we get to the northern south, and we don't have to have the backpacks. But for sure, I'm not taking that big design and the strap, just because they're a lot heavier than using the strap from Sony. I mean, quite a bit heavier. And also, this is the tripod I'm going to use instead of the normal tripod I use. Now, I was thinking of taking that lens, which is a 12 to 24 G Master 2 from Sony, but I think I'm gonna actually just bring the one I'm using right now because it's a lot lighter and it's a Sigma, it's a 1.4. So yeah, let me just show you more detail. This is where the weight really adds up. And I want to bring them all, but it's not going to happen. If you scale some of these incredible lenses, they're so heavy. And you know, for a short hike, not a problem at all. And I'm always happy to carry them. I love the tele lens. And this is the 2.8 70 to 200 G Master from Sony. It's an extraordinary lens, but it's like you're doing weights with it. So yeah, I'm gonna test this weekend and see if I can bring it, because I use it quite a bit. And then also, this one fits well here if I'm just bringing one body for my Sony, use anywhere, anytime. And it's set at 2.8 f-stops. So yeah, it's just a great lens. I do need to bring a filter because it's going to be really sunny there, and without a filter I won't be able to do any video. So bringing this filter from Peter McKinnon, I love it. And I do have some extra filters as well in case I see some water or some specific things that I want to have a long exposure. I have about 3 filters here, and I am bringing 2 extra batteries. I'm hoping I can make it all the way down to Pantheon range with the 2 batteries that I'll bring. Well, actually it's going to be about 3 batteries or 4 batteries. So these are my 2 main lenses. I had another Sony I showed you earlier, the 12 to 24. I was really hoping to bring, but there is just no way I'm going to be able to bring it. And I think I can just use my Sigma 16 in case I want to really have a really wide angle type of pictures when we are at the canyon. Bringing a lot of extra SD cards, and of course bringing my cards, leaving my peak design here. I mean, it's so heavy, I love it, but there's no way I'm going to carry this. And I am also leaving behind the strap. This strap is the one I use all the time, but I just realized that this one is like 1/4 of the weight from Sony. So for the Grand Canyon, this is what I'm taking, and also I'm going to test it for the Yosemite trip. And then I'll have the Shimoda. This little case is great to carry one camera, and I love it. It's going to be super useful to have it for when we are up the south area or the north. We are spending one day in the south, so I can take some really beautiful photos before we start hiking, and I don't have to carry my whole backpack. And then when we get to the north, I'll do the same thing. Then last but not least, I'll be carrying my Action 5 Pro. This thing is incredible. It's going to be super useful to have while we are moving. So I don't have to stop all the time. I'm just going to carry it right here. And actually, I'm going to be using this Patagonia little bag. I love it. So it's a hip bag, but I'm going to carry it probably up here so I can just have all the Action 5 accessories available while I'm walking. And then if I see some incredible scene that I need to extend the view, I'll be using the pole. And if it's dark, I have a light that I can use as well, very, very light. And I can use it too for my cameras. And also some this tripod that goes for the Action 5 and allows to, not only like so I can hold it and do some, videoing to myself or other locations, but is also great so I can just set it up and do some night shooting. And it adds to the battery life to the Action 5. And more neutral density filters. I got about 3. Without this, I wouldn't be able to do any video. So this is pretty much what I'm going to be testing this weekend, and I'm hoping I can take as many cameras as possible, just scanning for one body for now and possibly 3 lenses and see how that goes. Wish me luck tomorrow. Hopefully I can carry everything. And then after that, I'll be showing you as well the clothing that I'm bringing for the trip for the Grand Canyon, super lightweight as well, and even all of the toiletries. So stay tuned for that. If you like, just subscribe, and that way you'll be notified when I'm sending that information. I'm hoping to share all this before I go to the Grand Canyon, and that way when I come back, I can give you some idea what worked and what didn't work. Thanks for watching.